Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura, and I wasn't even sure I was going to do the show today because I got sick. I started to get sick Monday, and yesterday was the worst, but I'm feeling much better today. So, hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura's Clairvoyant Healer Mediumship and Messages radio show. Wow, that's a mouthful. But don't worry, the name will probably change again very soon. I'm always changing the name. Anyway, for the first 30 minutes or so, we will do mediumship, and that's connecting to the other side. And then after that, we'll do a mix of other things, including your own life or channeling, healing, whole gamut of things. Today, I might even speak a little bit about meditation. And if I'm sniffly or I sneeze, just bear with me, please. Happy Yom Kippur. I guess it's not a good thing to say Happy Yom Kippur, as it is a day of atonement, but I wish well to all of my observing Jewish friends, that it be a insightful Yom Kippur for you. And it's also the first day, I believe, of fall. So happy fall. If you'd like to get radio readings, just call this number, area code 347-945-5849. This show repeats. New show is on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, or on Wednesdays as today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And the website for this show is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. Number 4 on that page allows you to watch a live video feed of me looking like a fool. Not very interesting, except when I cry, which I do sometimes, or make mistakes, and it's always fascinating, right? There you will find at item 1 on Spirit Medium TV that you can get a sale for private session with me, 25% off. That's item 1. Number 2 is to win a session with me. Be in to win. It's a monthly contest. Just join the mailing list at the upper right of the page, spiritmediumtv.com. And then last but not least, if you'd like to jump the queue, to the top of the queue, we are very busy today. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be a quiet day, but it's actually very, very busy. But if you'd like to jump to the top of the queue, item 3 allows you to do the 8 no wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And there was somebody by the name of Deborah who said she was going to do that earlier, but I haven't seen her donation, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But we'll figure it out as we go along. Let me see if she's done anything. I don't think so. Has she done anything since then? My computer's a little slow for my taste. No. Okay. Anything else I need to talk about? Not really. Oh, it's only 1:03. Okay, so well, yeah, there are a couple of other things. If you do want to attend any of my events, I do a training. It's a 4-month training, not every day of the month, once a month, a full day training, which works you to what I call the Soul Psychic Healer Master Certification, which is a mediumship type certification. But it starts you from spiritual development. So the first one, it was in early September. We had Soul Abundance. And now we're going to have in October channeling, which is great for opening that connection. And then in November, we will have clairvoyance, and then in December, we will have mediumship. But if you're already experienced, you might enjoy it as a medium or psychic. You might enjoy it because you are working with people, and you will have time to do readings and everything. And I find that I put that down there too. My goodness, my mind's a little bit all over the place. Please forgive me, everybody. You might find that being a medium is sort of the cherry on top of many years of work. And in my own case, I did see spirit when I was a child. I wasn't wanting it, but then I guess it just sort of burst through when I was 30 years old. The spirit started to channel through me. I was a full vocal and trance channel. I could even go to full trance, and it was just there. Not that it was anything I was so proud of, by the way, as I was a closet spirit worker, if you will, not doing much else with it other than just knowing I had the gift and using it more for myself. But in any event, over the years, I've layered on new things, and in 2006, I started to take it more seriously. And now, 9 years later, I've become a completely opened, I guess, although there's always other aspects. But now I do healing, which I feel is the top of everything, because mediumship is an aspect of healing, albeit an important one. Uh, when you're a clairvoyant healer, you're moving energy around with the guides, with the divine beings. And it is like having literally a magic wand. If you've read anything about healing, there are cases of instantaneous healing, like John of God, for example, in Brazil. He does fantastic healing. As a matter of fact, Wayne Dyer, who recently passed away, did have a healing with him for his leukemia, although I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I don't know what to say about that one or the other, because there's a few different accounts of what healed him. But as I understand it, his autopsy, Wayne Dyer's autopsy, did not reveal he died of leukemia. He didn't have it in his body anymore, so he was healed of it. But anyway, when we heal with the miracle of spirit, when we heal with the true nature of reality, which is the all-knowing consciousness of the now, when you find someone that taps into that and brings it into our three-dimensional consciousness, the results are nothing short of miraculous. So that is how I've brought everything together now, but I'm always open to new things. One of the things I've been studying lately is meditation. Although it's inherent in everything I do, and if you are developing, or any person actually, if you've not taken up the practice of meditation, you might want to do that. The reason being that you do enter a state where you're in a flow of, I don't want to call it miracles, but it is sort of miraculous. Your problems start to melt away. You start to move away from ego, which is your mind that tries to handle everything. That's that fearful anxiety state. You move from that to a more aligned state with higher consciousness, which one might say is soul alignment, but it's moved from fear to love. Meditation is the tool, one of the primary tools. And I've been looking into that a lot more, and might make some specific classes or offerings in that area, because it is so very, very important to everything we are, do, and would like to have in our life. As a matter of fact, anybody who has a life question, I'm going to give you your answer right now. Go to meditate. The question, your problem will go away. Just meditate. And I have a story to go with that. I'll just make it very, very brief. But when I was working for Microsoft Corporation in the mid-90s. I'd been there for a while and was waiting to leave. I wanted to leave, but I was waiting for a certain thing to happen. And I got a new boss, and he seemed to be on my case. And I got frightened that he would fire me. And I want you to know, I was always a wonderful employee. I was always getting very high reviews, and I was doing everything right. But this new manager seemed to think that there was something questionable about me. And so I was very, very perturbed. And if I'd been fired then, I would have lost everything I'd worked for the last 7 years beforehand. So I was really, really upset. And I went to a minister, a Science of Mind minister in New York, Manhattan. And actually he's on West 57th Street near Carnegie Hall. And all he did was teach me how to meditate. And I was kind of shocked. I expected him to fix things for me, give me advice. And guess what happened? I did what he said, because I didn't know what else to do. And within, maybe 2 months or so, that manager was just transferred away from me. So if you're not doing meditation, you should do it. Transcendental meditation I've been looking into, and that's maybe one that you might want to do because it's easiest to do. And right now on my website, if you go to spiritmediumtv.com, you'll see on the main menu a clairvoyant menu choice, clairvoyant healer menu choice. And if you click on that, you'll see meditation is one of the healing tools or healing things I talk about. Check it out. Check it out. for your references. Okay, so we're going to prepare now for our readings and also channeled message, and then I will go into individual connections. So everybody, if you would please join me in sitting back in your seats, uncrossing your arms and legs, and starting to focus on your breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to completely let go and relax, letting go of all fears, opening to what is to be said today, not only for you, but for everyone else, as everyone here in attendance is supposed to be here. All of you are part of a solution. All of you are here to hear each other's messages. If you're looking for another side connection, please ask your loved one or loved ones to come in. And if you're looking for a life question that's about your own life, then please firmly plant that in your head. And as you do that, I will go off and invoke the Master Prayer. I'll be back in a second. And so what I would like everyone to do is on your next exhale of breath, I would like you to release your energy into your space, and I will connect us. One moment, please. And so the color for the group today is coral. Coral is the color of sexuality. It's the sacral chakra, and creativity. So I would assume that a lot of people in the audience are wondering either about love and marriage, or maybe their own creativity and how to express it on earth. There's a lot of fear in the room today. And again, meditation is the cure for fear. So if I don't get to you, or even if I do, keep that in mind as your pre-answer. I'm going to go off now and bring in the ones or whoever comes in today, always in love, light, and protected space, by the way, as I do pray before the show to make sure that we're working only in the highest space possible. We are here. Yes, indeed, we are the ones. We want to thank all of you for allowing us to come in today, as always. We appreciate you listening to us and hearing our messages for you today. Today, we would like to speak about purpose and how important having purpose is. Each and every one of you has a purpose in life. You did not come to earth without a good reason, without a service to perform. Quite often, many of you mistake the smallest or simplest thing you do as purpose. For purpose could be as simple as being a loving neighbor or partner. It does not necessarily mean that you have to go out and conquer the world or become famous or make millions and millions of dollars or what have you. It simply means being on point for yourself, remembering who you are, backing yourself up, and being your best friend. Your purpose is having a good relationship with yourself and the rest of the world. And so we would like to remind you of that, to put your mind at ease. As you align with yourself, with your soul, with your true heart, true colors, and your true identity, your authenticity, as you align with that, you will be automatically on point for your purpose. And in that process, you will find that life will flow better to you than before. So if you are not achieving that which you desire in life, go back to looking at what you desire and remind yourself that you are complete, with or without achievement. If you can finally arrive at that point of feeling, I am fine the way I am, and I want for nothing, you will find that everything will be at your feet. Namaste. Well, that's a good message for me. I got to remember that one. How many of you fall into that habit of thinking, I need this, I want that, I need this, I want that, when really, when you could just learn how to be which is, by the way, back to meditation, be happy being. Be happy being yourself. You'll find that you will not want for much. You will simply be happy in the now. Okay, I'm going to go to Kara, who was playing some beautiful Latin music earlier. Hello, Kara. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. That music was delightful that you were playing earlier, by the way. I didn't have a chance to say that to you. It sounded like it was classic Latin, which is more from like the 40s or 50s or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a old school. Yeah, I used to do a lot of Latin dancing. I don't so much anymore because socially it wasn't doing it for me, but I love Latin music and Latin dancing. Okay, so we're going to go to you now, and you're wanting another side connection. Let me see who is there for you, sweetheart. Well, the first thing I do feel is a mother figure, but I also feel something about a child. So it means you're either the child to the mother figure, or there is a child also in spirit. Hold on one second. I'm going to go a little bit more. Now, there is a woman that stands here before me, and she's got shorter hair. It's medium short, not real short. It's kind of even layered around the head, but it's like maybe about 1 inch to 2 inches lower than the ear. It's layered all around. It's got some salt and pepper in it. It's not just brown, but its original color looks like it's a dark to medium brown. She's carrying a little bit of extra weight on her. She's a very loving, kind person. She likes to cook. She's wearing an apron. She's carrying a little extra weight around her. She also has a son under her. She seems to have a pointed nose, but it's a little wider in the bridge area. A little bit of chubbiness, high cheekbones, good-looking woman, particularly in her youth, but even as she gets older, she's still a very attractive female. Oval face. Do you understand this? For anyone you would know, please.
That one, I have to think about it.
Okay, and so when you?
One I know the person.
What? It was all one person. It was all.
It was.
Oh. What?
I thought it was 2 separate people.
No, there's a woman. There's a woman here with. Let me just go back. There's a woman here before me who's wearing she's a little chubby, just a little chubby. Okay. She's got medium hair, but she's shorter to medium hair. It looks like it's layered. It's wavy. I didn't say this before, but it's nicely coiffed. I didn't say that before. She's got an oval face. Still, there's fleshiness in the face because she's wearing a little bit of extra weight. Her nose is straight. It's pointed. But it's a little bit wide in the bridge area. This is the same person. I was just building upon it. Where did I go? Where did we drop off? Let's go through the facts. You know a woman with medium to short hair that's layered, that's a little heavier in spirit, please? Kara?
I might. It could be 2 women.
Okay, so let me continue to develop. Let me continue to develop a love, okay? So this woman loves her children very much. She's very good around the house. She's a good homemaker when she's on Earth. She does like to cook. There's some kind of a pie or something like that. It could be also an empanada. I don't know, but there's something about a pie that she's cooking there in the kitchen, showing me different things she does. I also have the sense of her having a male down her family line, either a son to her, meaning you'd have a brother, or if it's a grandma, it would mean you have an uncle also, or it could be your father's mother. I don't know. But there's a son down the line. It could be a grandson also to her. She's very clean around the house. Actually, a little bit too clean. She's actually showing me sometimes it got on people's nerves, particularly when she's washing the floor. Everybody had to leave the room, get out of the room. She's very, very clean and very particular about all that. She has a good laugh. Boisterous laugh, loved humor and comedy. Also likes to play cards. Pinochle in particular, and she likes to have her little noshes when she's playing the card game. Still don't know who this is?
Okay. No, I don't. I mean, it could be a third person because now you said card. She's clean and she's in the card game. So that threw me off because all the women are Christians. They don't do that stuff. So that kind of put me with this other lady who's not really relation to me, but she kind of helped bring me up. and she had fluffy hair, wavy. She had curls, jerry curls. You know, black people with the jerry curls. So you might be talking about her.
Okay, let's continue. It's funny how this goes. You know, it's like here we are. Now we're on the. It's a third part, but it's the same person. I'm just developing it more. And she's got a great sense of humor. She loves life. Okay. And I told you she likes to cook. There's some pie in the kitchen, clean around the house. And when she's cleaning, everybody has to get out of her way. Then I see her going to card games, things like that. She likes to have a little nauseous when she's playing the card games. And she does seem to have a male under her. So that could also mean if you had a brother or something, that, you know, he was around underfoot as well. I don't know. She could have a son. I can only give you what I'm getting. Okay, let me see. Is there anything else, mommy type? I'm asking her, Kara. Okay, she's a lovely person. I mean, I would love her. She's just a lot of fun. Yeah, and I said there was wave and curl to her hair. Does she? And she's overweight, a little overweight, a lot overweight. It depends on where. Yeah.
She's a nice size.
Yeah, it depends where you get her in her life. You know, she wasn't as heavy when she's younger. Nice looking woman. Very kind, caretaker type, and as I said, she's more domestic. Yeah, more domestic than otherwise. Now, okay, shows me one or two more things. One thing is when she hugs you, like I see you kind of young, could be anywhere from 4 to 8 years old here. She grabs you. It's like, whoa! She's bending down to you and grabbing you. She's just very, very warm. You know, very, very warm. And she says, "Oh, it's not going to hurt anybody. You know, you're not going to break. I'm not going to break or Kara like you." And she says, "I'm not going to break them. You know, you're not that." In other words, when she wants to be warm, she's warm. She grabs people. She gives them big, boisterous hugs. So she wants to come in. I'm going to try one. Now, do you know how she passed? Don't tell me. But I just want to know if you know how she passed, because she's not telling me yet. I might be able to get that out of her, and I might be able to get a name or two. Do you know? I won't bother. You do know? Okay.
I might.
Okay, well, she is telling me. She's telling me it was a heart problem.
That was it. That's her.
Yeah, heart attack.
Yeah.
She says it was rather sudden, actually. There's nothing leading. Yeah, and it was at home. There was no symptoms before. She actually shows me that she grabs her chest, her mouth. You probably wouldn't know this level of detail. Mouth opens up. She falls to the floor, and then she's found later by somebody. She says she was all alone at the time. She also says that if there was somebody around at that time, she might have been able to be revived. I don't know. Do you know any of that, honey? Because she's saying that to me.
Well, I was told she was at the kitchen table eating breakfast, and then she just fell into her plate, like she fell over.
Okay.
And that was it.
Yeah. All right, but was there anybody around her? Because she's telling me nobody. You know,
her husband.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he might have. Well, you know, folks gonna tell you what they want to tell you. They ain't gonna tell you that truth, but to make it look like. But yeah, but he said, you know, that's how he found her. So I don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure. Okay, because what she says is that there was no one around right then. So could be that he went off to work and she was having breakfast alone, whatever. But she does show me suddenness, falling over, mouth. You know, she didn't show me the food, but she showed me all that. She also shows me how she steps out of her body, looking at herself, things like that, which. You know, you don't need to know that. I just sometimes like to say it because it's interesting to everybody. But she wants to thank you so much and to look after that little boy of yours, she says. So do you have a boy, honey?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, look over that little boy of yours that you have. She says, I love him so much. And she goes over now and she shows me she likes to pinch his cheeks. You know, he's not going to break like the way she did with you. Grabs you and gives him a big kiss also and hug. She says, I'm fine with... Yeah, she says, I'm fine with God now. She says, I know you wanted to speak to one or two other people. She says, but I'm here today. Maybe another time somebody else will come in. And then she laughs. She laughs a little. She laughs a little bit. She says, I was the loudest of the three. So she was able to get to the head of them. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Kara, for calling in, honey.
All right.
Thank you, love.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, that's how it works, guys. You know, you may think it's one person, and then it turns out to be somebody else. But all along, it was that person. We just didn't notice it. Let me see if there's anybody else waiting for another side connection. I was surprised, actually, that I was able to, that I'm able to do any readings today. I was a little bit not sure that. Excuse me, but I actually am doing better than usual. Okay, so we're going to go to Veronica. Let me open her line. Hello, Veronica.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, you are. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So what I need you to do, Veronica, is just give me your question. Nothing else.
Why I can get along with my family member.
Okay, that's good. She's giving me the question. Why can she not? You're not. You're not really. Okay, so you're going to have to give more. I think you're going to have to try to see the other person's point of view more. Is what I'm being told. That you have to be more flexible. And I can hear you thinking, well, I'm flexible enough. That person's the one that's not flexible. Let me go a little deeper, honey. Okay? Spirit,
Okay.
Spirit, please come in for Veronica. You don't listen to her enough when she speaks. You're not open to her ideas at all, and you're not flexible. You know you're right, and we won't say you are or aren't, because in our world, these are your divine beings, your angels, guides, whatever you want to call them. In our world, there really is no right or wrong. There's just love. And they say that if you really truly want to get along with that person better, then you would have to be silent more often, listen to her point of view, and just hear it. You don't have to agree with it, just hear it. Just hearing something that someone says will work miracles for you in this particular instance, because this person does not want to hear your point of view, obviously, right? So they only want their point of view to be heard. We are not saying that you're wrong or the other person is right, nor are we saying the other person is wrong and you're right. All we're saying is that to be more harmonious in this particular situation, repeating back what that person says to you, just to let them know you heard them, will be the panacea, the remedy to have better communication with that person. That person seems to be very independent, doesn't like to listen to anyone, is a little bit impetuous, or a lot impetuous, depending on your perspective, and you are fearful that this person could get into trouble. However, it is not for you to make that choice. At times, we have to allow people to go to where they need to go, as painful as that might be. Letting go and letting God is another technique to use here, which will take you light years ahead of where you are. We understand your situation, and we know it is very, very difficult for you, but we cannot help but remind you that there is a higher power, and that is where to turn for help. Namaste. Now, I wasn't sure who this was. First, I thought it might have been a sibling, and then it felt younger than you. Now I wonder if it's a child of yours. Who is this person that you're having problems with?
Mainly, it is my child.
Yeah, and because when as a mother we get to a point where we're fearful that this person may take risks. And of course, you know better, but there's nothing that you can do beyond what you have done. And the more you try to control the situation, the less less influence you'll have. So what I'm hearing here from Spirit is that if you repeat back what they say, they will start to listen to you, interestingly enough. So it's a technique, right? And it's the only way to go with this, my dear. At least that's what they're telling me. Okay.
Oh, all righty.
And bribing the person.
Hi, thank you so much.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much for calling in, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, the kids are interesting. I don't have any children of my own, but I certainly was a kid. Actually, I was kind of like a really good kid, so I don't even have that on my side. But I am sort of like a amateur psychologist. And children, when they get to be a certain age, don't want to hear anything from their parents. And it can be very scary if you're the parent and you see your child taking risks or doing things that you know are going to get them in trouble. And at that point, it is really your duty as a parent to explain what's correct, but after that, you got to let it go. Can't control them. Okay, I'm going to go to, oh, by the way, Kara, honey, it looks like you're still listening. So if you are and you haven't joined our mailing list yet, you might want to do so. And anybody else, just to be up to date on what's happening here, but also to be in to win a session with me, private session. Go to spiritmediumtv.com. On the right, join the mailing list, and you're only competing with those people who joined during the month we're in, which is a good thing. Okay, there is somebody here who would like either or. So I'm going to go to Barb, and I do need to check one other thing. It looks like somebody did make a donation as Karen. So I have to go to Karen, and then I'll go to some of the other people, 219. Okay, you wrote an awful lot, Karen. I can't read it all right now, but maybe when I open up your line. Well, where are you? There she is. Okay, now, Karen, honey. Karen, my dear.
Hi there.
Hi, sweetheart. Don't give me any background, okay? Just give me a succinct question. The reason is I like to give you an uninfluenced answer. I want to give you the purest answer from Spirit. Go ahead and ask your question, darling. And thank you for your donation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. Mostly career, future, direction I should be headed.
So what direction should Karen move in her career? Let's see what Spirit says. Now, first thing I'm hearing is you do like younger people, okay? You do like children or younger people a lot. That's one clue that comes right in. You should do what you like to do, and that everything will fall into place. Hold on one second. Money is an issue for you. You do need to make sure that any effort you put in will bring you proper money and remuneration. It's not all about you just doing what you love to do. I'm reading your mind a little bit here. It's not only doing what you like to do, but it's also doing what's practical. You know what you like to do, so you're not looking for me to tell you that. You're more looking to tell you what's practical for you at this time in your life, yeah, with the resources you have available. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, hold on one second, please. You're open to change, so you are willing to try something new. You don't want to spend a lot of money in re-educating yourself, or funding something completely different. You'd like to build upon what you've already done. Seems like you've been in a few different kind of jobs. Okay, mostly seems administrative or in an office environment. Is that correct, please? Yes or no, please? Just that.
Yes.
Okay. You do like people a lot, and I hear again children. So that's something that might be able to come in. The industries are different, but the theme is the same. It seems to be administrative work. Now, do you not like, because I don't think you do like administrative work. Is that correct, love?
This is true.
Yeah. You don't like behind a desk. So what they're saying is you want to figure out a way to use administrative background, but interact with people more, right? That would be perfect for you, okay? At the highest salary possible. All right, so now one of the things that seems to be coming is this may sound a little strange, but maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. Something to do with processing tickets for entertainment events, perhaps in a box office or a back office to an entertainment venue could be very fun for you. Have you ever looked into anything like that, Karen?
No, I have not.
Okay. Now, where is 219?
Northwest Indiana.
Okay, so there's not that much entertainment, but you never know. Could be all kinds of things going on. So look into entertainment industry, which will allow you to be doing something administrative, processing paperwork of some sort. It could be just tickets that you're selling, like you're in a box office or you're helping with that, getting a show on the road kind of thing, and in a community theater or in something. It doesn't even have to be entertainment. It could be in the school system also, where you're you need to blend interacting with people, and children in particular, and administrative skills. So anything that would do that for you. And so that could be school. The reason I say schools because it's got children there, and I also see entertainment venues. And it could be entertainment venues that cater to both adults and children. Okay? Those are the ideas I get for
Okay.
you. That's your
All right.
all right, love. Thank you. And let me just see one other thing, honey. I want to just see something on you. If there's anything that we can heal, and also I just want to make a few predictions. Hold on, we're at the crown. We're going to third eye. So one of the things, okay, yeah, learning. You have to learn something new, not go to school again, but do some research on what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're a creative communicator. Did you know that? You're very creative, very creative communicator. You have all the sacral colors in your throat chakra. In other words, you have coral in the throat chakra. So that's your communicator, and that's why being behind a desk was driving you crazy because you weren't communicating, right? So anything you do has to combine the two. Moving down just to see if there's anything that's out of whack that needs to be cleared up. And the only thing really I would say is that you just haven't really believed in yourself nor understood yourself more. So that's what today's going to be about, is just letting you know that you have what it takes. It's there for you. You just need to go out and look for it. Clarifying what would work for you is mostly what needed to be done today. So now that you have that clarification, you'll be able to get what you want. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen. Bye-bye, honey. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And thank you, Karen, for your donation. Let me just see if there are any other donations, because I do have to give that priority, because that's what it's there for. And there never came that other person, Deborah. Okay, Deborah. So I'm going to go to the person I was about to go to that wasn't sure if she wanted, well, she had an other side connection. I didn't do my 2 for today. And I ate way too much lunch, which doesn't help with any of this, everybody, by the way. Okay, going to Barbara. I know it's little too much information, right, guys? Hey, Barbara, how you doing, darling?
Good.
Good. So I'm going to focus on the other side for you, because I didn't do 2 other side connections yet. Let me just see what we do here for you. Barbara, Barbara, Barbara. There is a male for you in spirit. Very nice person, kind, sweet, tall, or at least he appears slender and tall. Now, sometimes people can look tall, and I don't see him next to anything, but what I would like to say is there seems to be a sleek narrowness to the frame, which gives me the impression of height. I don't have words to describe what I see just yet. Can you imagine me with no words? Come on in, sir. Come on in, sir, for Barb. Okay, this is your father. Or a father figure to you. He does look slender, at least for most of his life. He's slender. He's old-fashioned in his ways. He had old-fashioned values. He raised you the right way. He says to be self-sufficient as an adult. He says, although you didn't listen to him most of the time, he says you turned out good anyway. So he has a sense of humor. He looks like the hair on his head doesn't look too much thin. It's a little thin on the top, but for the most part, it looks like he held on to most of his hair. But I don't know what else to say. It looks like he might have smoked also at some point, because I see him with a cigarette, but it might have been when he was younger. Do you understand this with Dad yet, or do you want me to just continue to develop it a little bit more, honey?
Because my father's alive.
Could be a father figure, honey, then a grandpa or father-in-law, anybody like that.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Father was, my mother's father was thin. Yeah, go ahead. And he was on the slimmer side.
Did he have medium brown?
Now that you're saying that, okay, now I'm trying to connect with the person. All right.
Yeah, this is the way it goes. I'll give you a description. I might have a name or something, and then you got to go through your inventory of all the people. It may not be who you think it is, and then you realize, oh, is that who it is? And so he's got long legs. He's wearing old-fashioned pair of pants, like you would have seen in the 40s or the 50s for some reason, I guess, to let me know he's a senior generation. He's not real bulky in the chest area. He's narrow there. He does look like he smoked at one point. He has straight hair. It's brown. It looks like he holds on to most of his hair. Even I don't see it white yet, but I'm not saying it never got white. He's just showing me brown as the original color, and it's not real dark brown. It's more medium brown. It doesn't look like he lost a lot of hair. In other words, it's still thick, and it's a little thin on the top. Do you remember Grandpa's hair for getting very thin or not? Can you remember that, love?
Yeah, I remember it was getting thinner. Yeah. It was thinner on the top.
Okay, but
it was darker, as I remember. Yeah.
okay, try to listen carefully to what I'm asking you, because I wasn't asking you that. I was asking you if you remember your grandpa, your mother's father, or anybody really. Let's be broad still, but whoever you're thinking of. Do you remember him to not have lost a lot of hair? It could have gotten a little thin in the crown area. I could see that, but in general, it doesn't look very thin. That's what I'm asking you, just the opposite of what you said.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? That's fine, because if somebody asked me about my grandpa, my mother's father, I wouldn't remember that much. Well, he did have thinning in the top, and then he still had it on the sides. Okay, but this man has brown hair. You did say brown, so that's good. Okay. You said more dark brown. I said more medium brown, so we'll leave that up in the air. Let me see if there's anything else he wants to say. He's very handsome, actually. Good-looking man. Actually looks a little bit like, he's got a straight nose. He's got a strong chin, squarish jawline, high cheekbones. Very good-looking man. Actually, come from some superior stock, Barbara. As far as that goes. Huh?
Grandmother, that would be his wife. That's what it was her favorite saying. We come from good stock. That's what she used to say. Correct.
Oh God, that's good, because he showed. I mean, he's giving me these facial features and good stock and really good. Oh, okay. Now he's continuing to talk. He's laughing a little bit. Nice, deep voice. Really good-looking man. And I don't see her yet. Whatever. And I probably won't. I'll only probably do one with you. Laughing a little bit. Okay. Now they remind me a little bit more of. They like to have a little cocktail in the afternoon. It looks like they had a place to go swimming in the summer. They lived a very nice life, very, very nice life, both your grandma and grandpa. Good, stable kind of folk, good, stable kind of lifestyle. I want to see if there's anything else he wants to say for you, or why he would have come in, as you weren't thinking of that. Hold on. Well, he says to me, because I want to give you, Laura, a variety of people to talk to today. And then he makes another joke. So he's got a good sense of humor, but it's kind of a smooth kind of sense of humor. See if there's anything else we give Barbara, so she knows what's going on here. The 2 children you have are delights. Do you have 2 children, Barbara, honey?
I do.
Yeah, he says they're delights. He says, I love being around them sometimes at home. He says he does come into your home from time to say hello. He doesn't want to frighten anybody, but he says he does have the ability to do that, and Grandma too. He says, take care of everybody. He says, you're doing a great job, Barb, and keep up the family traditions, which you are trying to keep up. And he also says something about you being challenged in that area. Now, I don't know why or how, but you're like trying to continue family traditions. Like maybe you're becoming the matriarch, but you also have a brother, don't you?
No.
Okay. Well, there's a male around the situation that's not seeming to be cooperative with you to keep family traditions going. Who's that? Do you know who that
would be? My son.
Oh, interesting. Well, Grandpa's saying you're doing the right thing. Hold to your guns.
You don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Hold to your guns.
Yeah, my son loves to test me constantly. He has from the time he's been young.
Oh.
And I tell him up because I'm not giving in.
Okay. Well, you keep up the good work, Grandpa says, because you're holding the family together. He says at some point he will get over that rebellious stage and listen to you more. But until then, you do have to hold your position the way you're doing it. Okay? So, all right, darling. Well, thank you so much, Barb, for calling in. And if you're not
and you know what? I'm so glad that you brought him in, because I haven't even had any kind of connection with him since he's been gone, and it's been many, many years. So I'm very, very grateful for this connection. I really am. I think about him. I talk about him, but I have not felt any connection like that, and today I actually felt the connection, so thank you.
Thank you, honey. Thank you so much for calling in today. God bless.
God bless you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, and so we are going to go to a somebody who needs a healing. Let me see here. Karen needs a healing. Hello, Karen.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call. What a nice surprise.
Sure. Of course, thank you for calling in. And if you've not joined our mailing list, you can do so by just going to the top right of spiritmediumtv.com, as we'd like to have you part of the family. So, what do you want to tell me what the healing is? You want me to look over you energetically? Probably better if you let me know what you want the healing in.
Well, I'm just not sure why I'm feeling very, very depressed, very sad.
Oh.
So much so, yeah, I wouldn't mind if you would just look over and see what you're picking up, because it's really heavy.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just feel like crying. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to cry too. All right. Let's see what we got going on with Karen. There's something in your throat area, almost as if you're being blocked from speaking your truth. This seems to be a systemic thing that's been with you from early on, and it has to do with not feeling like whatever you say will be heard, understood, or is even important. So what I would like to say is that you have, and then on top of it all, actually, all the so we have the throat area. That's what's representative of speaking our truth. Then above that, we have our third eye. Yours is open and clear, and you also have a beautiful open chakra on the crown, in the crown area. But everything underneath the throat in you is blocked. Okay, so what that means is that we're going to do a little clearing there, and what I also would like to add is you probably are a light worker, a spirit worker, but for some reason or other you've not ever received any validation of that. Does that make sense to you, please, Karen?
Yes, that does.
Okay, well, that's what it is, okay? Nobody's ever given you any encouragement, and you're about to burst at the seams. We have all this stuff to say, and nobody seems to care. So we're going to open it. By the way, it doesn't matter who cares, and after today, you'll probably notice that you don't care if they care. You're just going to do your thing. So let's open up that root chakra, clear it, and putting red light in it, going to sacral. You're open and light and creative, my dear. You are pregnant with ideas, and you will have them come. And literally, they're showing me this. When I say these words, they're coming in. They're being channeled. You're pregnant with ideas, knowledge, wisdom, and truth. You will be speaking this soon to everyone. And you will have the words to go with the feelings and the ideas. Going to the solar plexus. This is open and clear, although it has not been aligned until now, today, with your true purpose, which is to be a light worker. But in terms of having good, valid self-esteem, you have that, but it was never for this. So now we are going to reunite you with your true purpose and calling and move you from just being the facade to being authentic for yourself. You know, you have a good facade, girlfriend, but it's not who you really are. Okay. All right. And going to church on Sunday ain't cutting it for you anymore. You need more. Okay. Going to the heart area. That is open and clear and bright, but again, not aligned with who you really are. So we're aligning you to be who you are. Opening up the throat area, clearing it, clearing. And everything else is cleared. So now what I'm going to do is wash you, color through the crown down into earth, the other way, a healing green, and then the third color from crown to earth is a violet pink for you. I'm also putting you in what I call the 8 fates, which is an infinity sign. On the right side of the infinity sign, there you are. On the left side, there's your karmic problem, so to speak, of not being validated or feeling stuck. Okay, and so I'm now clearing you out of the right one. I'm clearing you out of that. I'm clearing the block on the left. And now you turn to us and you're smiling and you're happy and you're free. Now, this is all symbolic, but it does take root on another level. And so listen to this a few times. I have to do it quickly because, you know, I have people waiting. If there's any desire to do it at a deeper level, we can work privately, of course. But it should help you. It should help you, particularly since I gave you those aha moments and sent in the vibrational elements needed for clearing. Take it easy for the next couple of days. Drink a lot of fluids and just meditate. Okay, meditate. And that means don't push anything, just be. Literally do a transcendental or whatever kind of meditation you like, and let go of things and let them start to shape. And from here on in, you're going to start taking action to live your purpose and be joyful in yourself. Okay?
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you, honey. Thank you. Namaste, honey. Bye, love.
You.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to a life question, I believe. We've got a number of them waiting. But I first need to close her line. Okay, it's closed. We did Veronica. We did Kara. I think we did not do this Barbara. Okay. Hello, Barbara. How are you today, darling?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you.
Good. What can I do for you? Just give me your question, honey. Don't give me background. Go ahead.
Okay, my question is returning to a recent relationship for the highest good for both of us. Yes,
it is. It will, and there's something about it will open up new doors for the both of you. So I guess it's going to be a new beginning, and new ways of looking at things, new opportunities coming to you. I feel a celebration there, maybe a marriage, but it's very exciting. What I see, very exciting.
Okay, great.
Yeah, a lot of celebration.
Okay, so is there a delay in this? Should I continue where I'm at, or do you have any sense of timing?
Okay, so now when you asked your first question, I had the impression, again, that's why I'm so fastidious about not being influenced, but because I was influenced without you, you did the right thing. I appreciate that you already had the opportunity to move back into the relationship. The way the question was stated, I assumed that you already were in contact and this was already beginning. Now, are you saying in the second part of the question that you did not talk to this person yet and it's just sitting on the sidelines? I need some clarification here.
Yeah, there has been communication, but right now there's not. Because I haven't been sure if it's for the highest good to move back into it.
Oh, okay. Well, the answer is it is for the highest good to move back into it as far as I can tell. I'm not God, although I feel that the words are coming from a higher source and they always seem to be correct. So I don't think you really need to do much more than just relax and just go with the flow of that. I do feel that person will probably be contacting you again, sort of checking in on you. So just relax. Everything's going to work out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. God bless.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye. All right. That was an easy one because I know it didn't. I know she's thinking, how could it be so easy? But it is for her. That's an easy one. It's not gonna. There's no work involved. It's just relaxing. Okay. And we have Anna. We have a number of other people. I just got to make sure there's nobody waiting longer that's farther in line, and there is. That would be Leo. Hello, Leo. How are you, darling?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Laura.
Good. Okay, sweetheart, just give me your question. Not a lot of background, darling.
Okay. Is it possible just to see if I have any messages from my guides, or do you want a specific question?
Well, let me see. Maybe there would be. Let's see. Now, I remember that we did work together. Everybody, I know Leo from the past, and we've worked together one-on-one, and he was opening up his gifts and working in that direction. Let me just see what they want to say. This is for Leo, 786. I use it for vibrational match. What is to be said? Okay, have courage. Don't let anybody discourage you. Keep on the path you're on, and don't get influenced. So what I kind of get overall is a sense of, well, it's a sense of urgency to this, but also a sense of being discouraged, very discouraged by things in life right now, losses and setbacks that are making you doubt the path you chose. Does that make sense to you, honey?
Actually, I'm pretty encouraged about the path that I've chosen recently.
All right.
So I'm very excited.
Oh, okay. But so they're saying don't be, so let's put out the side of discouragement because you went through that already. So they're encouraging you to stick with the path you've chosen. So because other things will probably come up that will again distract you or discourage you. That's another subset of this. So go ahead with the path. They are confirming it again for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And don't let anybody talk you out of it because it will come up again and it will always come up over and over and over again until you fully commit. Because right now, even though you think you're committed, you could be still discouraged. That's what they're telling me. So, all right. And don't worry about the money. It will come. Everything will fall into place. It feels like there's going to have to be some changes made, either movement, maybe moving to a new location or changing your home, but there will be some disruption. And sometimes that can be very discouraging. You don't want to have to change everything again, all that kind of stuff. But it's all going to work out, and don't worry. The word is upheaval. There'll be some upheaval. Don't be worried about that. Just stick with your guns about your choice. That's the most important thing, no matter what happens around you. By the way, what's going on with your dog? I remember we were talking about your dog, right?
Yes.
Your beautiful dog or two dogs?
He's doing great.
Yeah, he's doing great. Oh.
Yeah. He's laying right here next to me, looking up at me.
Oh.
I guess he's figuring out we're talking about him now. It's been awesome.
Good. Okay. So bottom line is you're being confirmed on your choice. It's good that you've decided to go with it. You will probably be tested a few more times in different ways. One of them is through upheaval. One of them is with people trying to talk you out of it again. One of them is with money. But Spirit says it doesn't really matter. All those things are superfluous. The thing that really matters is you stick to your guns and continue with your choice. And it's going to work out.
Excellent. Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome, honey. Thank you for calling in, love. Thanks. Bye. Okay, I'm going to take one more question. Every time I do this one more person thing, it always turns out bad, but I'm going to try it anyway. Oh, God. And if, by the way, you've called a few times in a row, or if you've become an addict to getting free readings on the show, I probably will not pick you up after a while because I like to give other people a chance. And there is one person sitting in the
90
queue
seconds.
who is called in twice. I don't know how she did that, but she's holding 2 lines open for herself. So whoever you are, you probably know who you are. You might want to take a break from this. Okay, I'm going to go, even though the show is about to end, I'm going to take one other call, and it would be, wait a second here, we've done Kara, we did Veronica. It would be Anna, who's been extremely patient.
60 seconds.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
I called and I was disconnected and I had to call back. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I see that. And I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, I spoke to you earlier.
Yeah.
Well, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
It still had you as waiting very, very long. So anyway, honey, just give me your question. Yeah, just give me your question, honey.
Okay. So I just made a long distance move from my boyfriend for a very positive
No background, just the question. No background, just the question.
I'm just trying to see if my relationship is going to, I guess, survive this move.
Well, it's kind of weird. Let's see. Will her relationship survive the move? Yes or no?
10 seconds.
Can you hear that noise in the background when they say 10 seconds? Did you hear that, Anna?
No.
Oh, good. Okay. I hear, just letting you know that if I'm not answering you immediately, it's because there's some noise in the background going, 10 seconds. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Will her relationship survive the move? Yes or no? It will. It will.
Okay.
But I can't say, because you have something to say in this, honey, not only him. So it's kind of soft, the yes. It's a soft yes, not a real strong yes. Because I feel that you might, within 10 months from now, you'll be thinking to yourself, is this something I really want to continue or not? And it looks to me at that time, one of you is going to have to make a choice of what to do, because after that, it's like one of those things, you got to do it or not do it. It can't stay in that limbo forever. I also feel that both of you are going to feel a little tortured by the separation. And so now you've moved for work, right? It's you that moved for work.
Yes,
Yeah.
I had, yeah.
Yeah, I feel him tortured. I feel him tortured. And I feel it coming in. It's not so bad right now. He's been very nice, very gallant. Oh, no, don't take the job. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. We'll work it out. So let me just see if he'll ever move to you or what's going to happen with all of this. You may not want the job. I'm going to project out in time and see what goes on. Please give me his initials.
ST.
All right, ST, moving out in time. No. So he's not going to move. Now, let me see if you're going to stay with the job.
Yeah, he can't.
Okay. So let me continue with you, honey. Are you going to stay where you are? Because you may not like the job. Hold on. I know it's a great opportunity, blah, blah, blah. But let me go forward 10 months. What's going to happen with Anna? You're going to like the job. You're not going to want to
I do like the neighborhood, the environment, my new apartment. It's all great. I'm just having anxiety about the the relationship. Yeah.
Well, I think at that point I can't say you're going to break up, because it's something you'll have to decide, but something's going to happen, and he can't move and you don't want to move because you're going to like everything. There's one other thing I see, that you either have children or you're going to want to have children, but something about you getting pregnant or being pregnant or having children. I don't know. There's something about children in you. Do you have children now?
Well, my daughter's like 23, sorry.
Oh, so oh, okay. Well, that's not an element then, right? That's not an element. And with him, no, I don't know why they give me that. Why is that so? I don't know. There's something about you. Maybe it's a creative thing of where you are doing something new on your own. So it feels to me like you're going to be really happy where you are. And that feeling of child is to be interpreted then as being creative and giving birth to something new where you are. And I have if I have to make a prediction, which I don't, most readings do not require predictions, even though people want them. But in this case, there is a need for me to make a prediction. And the prediction is that you probably will end up lovingly not being together. Okay.
Okay.
Unless you can figure out a way, because I think this is so good for you where you are. He can't move. Then unless somebody decides to give up what they have, then this is not going to work out. And I don't think it's going to bother you that much, to be honest with you, after a few months.
No, I've given a lot to the relationship. I haven't been treated the best. So yes, he's being nice now, but
okay. Oh, well then there you go. Because I feel in about 4 to 5 months you're going to be like all these new things. You're giving birth to things, activity, people, places, whatever, abundance, and that all won't matter that much. So your initial reason for calling won't even matter that much. So I think it's a good future for you, and relax. Everything's going to be just fine.
Okay. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for calling in today. It's been my absolute delight and pleasure to work with all of you blessed souls. I look forward to working with you Monday night, or if you want a private with me, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and listeners of this show get a 25% discount. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.